What good is a bomb if you don't detonate it?
You never had any intention of using the QED for blackmail. You're going to use it to kill everybody.
What if I am?
For a long time, I understood nihilism very well. I could understand its rationale.
Why would you want to destroy the world?
Because it's the only action one could take that would have any purpose.
You lost me there.
Every decision we make is meaningless. Because somewhere on a parallel Earth, we've already made the opposite choice. We're nothing. Less than nothing.
Associated with the tragedy of life, associating with suffering and evil, associated with the observation of finitude and the arbitrary and unjust nature of the world.
We're very much alike. Everything about you tells the tale. Your attitude, your costume, your tactics. They all scream of outrage, despair, vengeance. What terrible wrong was done to set you on this path? It doesn't really matter. Nothing matters.
You know, I read about the Columbine massacre and the kids who undertook it. That'll make your hair stand on end if you want to read something that will really disturb you. Reading Eric Harris's writings will really disturb you. No matter how much you know about human beings, reading Eric Harris's writings will disturb you. And Harris is Cain, you know. He says it straightforwardly. He hates human beings. He hates being itself. He would destroy everything if it was within his power to do that. And of course, him and his colleague were motivated to produce far more carnage than they managed that day. What was successful was only a fraction of what they had planned. And Harris said very straightforwardly that he had set himself up as the judge of being and that it lacked all utility in his eyes. Human beings, certainly, should all be removed from the face of existence because of their pathology and the fundamental horrors of being itself.
Man is a cancer, and I've chosen to cut out the disease.
You're talking about killing
Everyone who ever lived, who ever will live. I choose to make the only possible real choice.
You're insane.
Does it really matter?
It's why the mass murderers always shoot themselves afterwards, not before. Because you might wonder, if you're so upset with the structure of being, why you don't just commit suicide in your basement? Why do you have to go out and mass murder before you top it off with a gun to your forehead? Well, you don't make the point as effectively if you just commit suicide in your basement. It's like, well, my life means nothing to me, but neither does anyone else's, and neither does the structure of being itself, and I'll take all my revenge as much as I possibly can, and then just to show you how little I care, I'll cap myself off at the end.
It doesn't matter.
The more I've thought about it, the less I've come to believe that there's any excuse for it whatsoever. And I think the reason for that is that it forestalls effort. It forestalls the ability to discover for yourself. Maybe there's no reason to be so goddamn hopeless, except that it's easier to be useless.
I'm going to kill you now, then everyone else.
There is a difference between you and me.
I mean that kind of cynical, arrogant, rational, hyper-intelligent nihilism that throws the world away as if it's of little use before it's been properly engaged with.
We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.